Hello ladies and gentlemen, and today I'm going to be telling you the top 5 best art products and most essential ones that you will need if you want to actually become an artist, and also just what I think are the best ones that you need. So I say we just hop into the first one. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is number 5. This is the first of 5 that I think are the most essential and most needed art products. So this is the first one. It is a wooden mannequin. It is basically just used for proportion and to get the right scaling. So like his face, as you can see, you want to get that right. You want to get like the correct hand motion. You can move it around and fiddle with it to get it correct. It has a little stand as well. But basically this is just used for proportion and getting the human body right and making sure that you get the right proportions. Now I personally don't use this that much because I don't like drawing humans that much, especially the full body shots. But overall, I would still say if you like doing proportions and you need help doing them, this is definitely very good and a very good model to be able to do them. So I would definitely recommend this if you're that type of artist and you like doing that stuff. It's just really good, and this one's good quality too. They usually come in kits that you can find at Walmart and Target and stuff. So that's what I think is the 5th best product. So I say now we just move on to the next one. So ladies and gentlemen, now we are on to number 4. This was going to be where I was going to show off something that I had, which number 4 is a Lightboard. I'm still going to keep it. Editing me will just have to put up a picture instead. Here it is. Basically, I had a Lightboard, which if you don't know what a Lightboard is, basically you can put a piece of paper over top of it and it shines light and helps you sketch things, so you can put stencils also there, and it's really handy. The one we had though, apparently we sold it at some point, so can't show you that, but I can use Google Images and stock footage. So basically it was just a thing where it's a light in the back panel and you can put a sketch there and stuff, and you are able to put a piece of paper over it and then you're able to sketch it. And it was actually handy for some things. It did have, the one we had did have its flaws and we just never used it, so that's why we got rid of it. But overall, I think it is actually good, and if you can fork out that kind of money, because I don't think it's an essential necessarily, but it is definitely one that's really nice to have. Handy to have a light, and if you're starting out and you want to sketch stuff and you're not that good at freehanding it and you need a reference constantly, I would try that out, and then eventually you'll be able to do it from muscle memory. It deserves 4 because I think it's good, but I think it has some flaws. But I think it deserves a spot on the list since it is really good if you're starting out or you general things with a light panel. It helps a bunch. So yeah, unfortunately I wasn't able to show it, but that is number 4. Now we're gonna head on to number 3. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are now in my garage because we need spray paint, which is number 3 on the list. Spray paint is very useful in my opinion because it's very good for making murals, of course, making really anything. You know, it doesn't, I'm not specifying a type of spray paint, but I know people say Montana Gold I think is good, and some other brands. It doesn't really matter in particular. I personally just have cheap Krylon, Color Max, whatever, you know, just random spray paint 2X, which I also know is popular. That one's pretty good. Basically just it's just regular spray paint and also regular paint. But spray paint is just very useful for murals or really just painting, but with spray, it would sound dumb. But I don't really know how else to explain it. It's just, they just are very versatile and they're very useful. And I know some brands are better than others, but personally, I would just say stick with any. They're all actually very good. So this is my collection here, but yeah, so that's why I think it deserves a spot on the list, and I think it deserves higher up on the list as well because of those advantages and just how much versatility it has. So that's why it is number 3. We are now going to move on to number 2. We're getting close to number 1, so let's move on to number 2. So ladies and gentlemen, number 2 is a drawing tablet, which this is the one I personally have. This one's kind of crap. Like, it's not bad, but it's not great either. But the reason why I want to put a drawing tablet here is because, in my opinion, I think is, like, graphic design is my favorite, or at least one of my favorite types of art. It's one of my favorite types of art. So, you know, having a drawing tablet is great because it just lets you easily do it, and you know, you don't have to mess around with a mouse. With drawing with a mouse sucks. And usually most of the time they come with a glove, or they come with a pen like this one does, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes it doesn't come with a pen. But I still think these are really good, and they're really high up on the list because so many people use them. I think they're really useful. Now this one's kind of bad because it's small. This was like 70 bucks or something. Kind of worth it. But I would recommend getting something bigger if you were going to get one of these. Or you get something like this, which this is a drawing tablet. But basically you draw stuff on this little tablet here, which this is a bad one too. But you draw stuff on the tablet there, and then it like mirrors what you're drawing on the screen. Let's say I draw a smiley face right here. It will appear on my monitor or whatever art software I'm using. So I'm not gonna have a drawing tablet, at least get this thing, which these ones, compared to they're very expensive. But if you're gonna get a price, you know, if you don't care about the size, because definitely if you can get a bigger one of these, I would get that over the other one. But if them and you can't get a bigger size of the drawing tablet and you have to get this other one, and it's, you know, around the same price, but the size doesn't matter to you, or you can't get a bigger size, then I would get the other one. It's a bit better than having a small screen, or just save up for a big screen. So that's why I think these drawing tablets in general deserve a spot, because I just love graphic design, and I think they really are really useful products. So that's why I think they're number 2. So now we're going to actually head to some honorable mentions before we head to number 1. But yes, drawing tablets are number 2. And then after these honorable mentions, I'll be revealing what I think is the number 1 best art product. So let's just quickly head to my honorable mentions. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are now on to the honorable mention just before number 1. So I have 3 honorable mentions that I just want to mention because they're good, but personally I have some flaws with them that make them not make quite the list. So my first one is a sketchbook. So this is my personal sketchbook I use very rarely, and that's mainly why it's not on the list. Personally, I like sketchbooks, but I'm not really a sketch kind of person. I know my name is Sketch Draws, but I'm not really a sketch person. Like, I don't really do sketches in my free time. I'm more like doing the final product or sketching it out than tracing it, you know? This sketchbook, I mean, very empty. As you can tell, I haven't used it too much, and the parts I have used it are iffy. Personally, I don't really like sketchbooks. I don't really want to dive into it too much, but I get how other people adore them and some people hate them. I don't hate them. I just don't use them, and I'm not really a personal fan, which is why I didn't put it on the list, even though for some people it is really good. But if you want me to actually go fully in depth in this, I might make a future video where I talk about why I don't like sketchbooks and my thoughts on sketchbooks as a whole. So if you want to see that and you're interested in that and you've enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe to my channel, Sketch Draws. I do drawing content, I do fun content that I enjoy, and if you've made it through this video so far and you like it and you think me talking about a sketchbook would be fun, then make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can get notified when that video does come out. And also like the video if you enjoyed it, obviously. What you doing? What you doing? Anyway, so that's why this is an honorable mention as a sketchbook, and I will dive into it a different time if you want me to. Number 2 on the honorable mentions is alcohol markers. Here is a tub that I stole from my sister. I'm kidding. I asked for them. But alcohol markers, if you don't know, they're just simply markers with alcohol. I don't really know. All I know is they're really good markers and they're really useful to use. As you can see here, it has the fine tip as well as the thin tip. They're just really good markers. Now the only downside to them, in my opinion, is that they do bleed through, of course, and they're also a little bit finicky to use because the color's dry and it doesn't look exactly the same, which is why that one actually is a cheat sheet for that. Overall, they're good. but I didn't think they deserved a full spot on the list because they bleed through and sometimes they are annoying to use. Now we have my final honorable mention that I mentioned before we get to number 1, and that is an extendable roller paintbrush. I did not bring it up because I'm not bringing that thing up, but I'll show B-roll and clips of me using it because I did use it in my 50 hours painting this wall video. Basically, it's just an extendable roller that you can go out as far as you want, kinda, which helps you reach higher areas, which in that video I did use. And it's really useful if you're painting something and you, on a wall like a mural, or you're painting, I don't know, just something really tall, and you need to reach it, and you're short, like me. Anyway, even if you are short, it definitely helps, and even if you're tall, it can help sometimes. But it's just really useful. The only issue is, I don't know, it's not needed, I guess, because you could just use a ladder. It's really handy, and it's probably the most handy of the honorable mentions I mentioned. So that's my really last honorable mention. That's why and they are cool. They're usable, they're really cool, but I don't know, not needed. So that is all my honorable mentions: sketchbook, alcohol markers, and also the extendable paint roller. So those are all my honorable mentions. Now we're going on to what I think is the number 1 best and the best art product that you could have. If you need one, you should get this one. So I think it's time to just head over to that. So let's go right now. So now, ladies and gentlemen, it is finally time for me to reveal what I think is the number 1 best product art thing that you would need to be an artist. Now, this is what I think, and I think some people would agree with me. But yeah, it's finally time for me to reveal what I think is my number 1. And the number 1 art supply and / tool that you will need to become an artist, and to what I think is the number 1 best thing, is simply a pencil. Yeah, just a pencil. And you might be asking, is it a specific type of pencil? Is it graphite pencil? Is it a specific brand? No, it's just a pencil. Like I said with the spray paint, you know, I didn't give a specific brand really that's better than the rest, but except for Montana Gold or whatever. But like, you know, it can be any. And that's the same mentality I have with a pencil. You could have a 99-cent pencil from your local dollar store, or you could have the $1 million pencil, gold pencil that was made in, I don't know, like Portugal or something. Like, you could have either the poorest or the richest, it doesn't matter, as long as you have a pencil, because pencils are the most versatile as well as the most, like, just fluid former. It doesn't matter what pencil. This is literally a Lego movie. This is literally a Lego movie pencil, and it works just fine. Like, it doesn't matter what pencil you have, what background, whatever. As long as you have a pencil, you're good. And I think for be beaten, and I think it genuinely is. If you're an aspiring artist who wants to start, all you have to do is pick up a pencil, which I know you have one. I know you have a pencil, even lead. Just pick it up and start drawing. Because at the end of the day, that's all you need. You just need something to draw on and a pencil. But really, I still don't think anything will ever beat the generic pencil, because it's so versatile, it's so easy, and it really is the foundation of your art journey. So if you're an aspiring artist or whatever, and you actually want to get in, just getting one of the products I mentioned in this video will help a whole lot. And also in the link in the description, hopefully I'll be able to put, I'll put Amazon links showing what products are good for each thing if I didn't specify a specific one, just in case you guys want to check it out. Pencils are, in my opinion, the number 1 best art product, and if you just get this, you're set. Which you can get like them for like $1. Doesn't matter, you know, some might be better than others, but at the end of the day, you have this, you're good. That is the video. What I think are the top 5, plus some honorable mentions, of the best art products and supplies that you're gonna need to start, or really at any point in your journey. Really, this is everything you need, and I think if you guys just get one of them, or you get all of them, you'll be set. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, of course. It really helps me out. I'm an aspiring creator, and I really like And I do art videos, I do fun videos, I do whatever video I really want to do. So, yeah, if you enjoyed it, make sure to do all that stuff. And also comment what your top 5 is, if you agree with my list, or what art supplies you think I missed and I should have mentioned. Thank you all for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next one.